The City of Joy came alive with the spirit of fitness as the 10th edition of the JBG Kolkata Marathon celebrated 10 years of unity. Organized by Sportses in collaboration with the Jai Balaji Group and certified by AIMS and World Athletics, the marathon is set to take place on the 30th of November 2025. Known for attracting nearly 15,000 participants every year across categories like the half marathon and cosplay run, the event has grown into a festival that truly celebrates Kolkata's energy and enthusiasm. This year's milestone celebration began with an evening of inspiration and storytelling. On the 9th of November, at the Hyatt Regency, the Jai Balaji Group Marathon celebrated its 10th anniversary with the launch of the book Feats of Joy. This book has been co-curated by authors Trisha Ghoshal, Shomujit Das Chaudhary and Gargi Raut with editorial guidance from Dr. Boria Majumdar. We got the opportunity to speak to the authors of the book who are an integral part of Team Rev Sports. We also interacted with the 4 celebrated athletes, Anju Bobby George, Joydeep Kormokar, Dola Banerjee and Mehtab Hussain. The athletes shared stories of inspiration and the importance of giving back to sports, leaving everyone deeply moved by the words.
So right now with me I have Ms. Anju Bobby George. So ma'am, can you please tell us a little about your academy?
Anju Sports Academy started in Bangalore with the aim of getting more international medals for our women athletes. It's a type of women empowerment through sports what I am trying. And our young girls, I have 16 young girls, and in very short span of time, one of our girls got a world championship medal. So this is the right path, and I hope one of my board will be standing on the podium in Olympics. So that's my journey.
Ma'am, how are you training the young athletes to deal with the pressure? I mean, we all talk about physical training, but what about the mental training?
It's a tough task because the generation, when I was there, we never faced such challenges because nothing was there to distract from our focus. But now kids are actually struggling with all these new things. And social media and the power from our external influence. So it's a risky task, but somehow we are managing. We have all the support. And but see, as a coach, as a mentor, I'm always with them, and I'm teaching them because I'm an experienced person in the ground. So I know what exactly they have to. How exactly they have to appear when they go for the competitions, and during the training how to prepare themselves. So till an extent that is helping our athletes.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Thank you.
So we have ace shooter Joydeep Kormokar with us here today. So what is an advice that you would like to give out to the young aspiring shooters?
See, first of all, you have to know what is shooting. It is a very good sport for mental development, concentration building. So I would like to say there is not a lot of physical activity involved. So a moderate bit of fitness is even enough for young athletes to take up shooting sport. So that's the advantage of this sport. It can be started at any age, from 7 or 8, and we can continue up to I think 16. We have just seen Yusuf Dikech at 54 winning the silver medal at the Paris Olympics. So now what I want to convey to the young generation is that get into fitness first. That is the most important part. Then get into something competitive, whether it be shooting, any conventional or popular sport. It can be football, cricket also, which is very easier to join. But to say something about shooting sport, I would say, of course I'm a shooter, I'm a coach, but then I will advocate about shooting. But there is some scientific reason why Indians are good at shooting sport. Because the mental faculty of athletes from India, like sports of chess, like archery, like shooting, which are a little less in physical demand, I think they are doing much better. So this is the logic. By going by this logic, I think parents will also encourage athletes, young kids to take up shooting sport, and they can find their an academy, whether they're in Kolkata, Mumbai, and there are lots of academies right now in all over India. And I have my 4 academies in Kolkata itself, so they can just contact Joydeep Karmakar Shooting Academy and just go there and start.
Thank you so much for your time,
You're
sir.
welcome.
You mentioned you had a camp here at New Town. Could you please tell us a little about your camp and how you're nurturing young athletes over there and what routine are they following?
দেখো একটা জিনিস আমি বলি তোমাদের যে আমি একটা মডেল তৈরি করি মডেল ইন দ্য সেন্স কীভাবে আমি নার্সারিং করতে পারি উইদাউট মডেল ইউ ক্যান নট অ্যাচিভ অর ইউ ক্যান নট মেক প্লেয়ার সো প্রথম মডেল তৈরি করবো আমার 12 ইয়ার্সের বাচ্চাদের প্র্যাকটিস লাগবে 10 ইয়ার্সের বাচ্চাদের কী প্র্যাকটিস লাগবে কীভাবে ডেভেলপ করতে পারবো সেইভাবেই কিন্তু একাডেমিটা করতে হবে নাহলে উইদাউট তুমি চিন্তাধারা না করে তুমি ডেভেলপ করা ইজ ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট
Thank you so much.
So we have Ma'am Dola Banerjee here with us today. Ma'am, what would you say was the most challenging part in your career and what kept you motivated through?
Every time the sports was challenging every time and every day. So when I started that time we are from the mediocre family and our sports is very expensive. So the first challenge was that how I bought my book. So that was the first challenge when I started archery. So when I got one bow from the other person, that was the second hand. And then when I shooting that bow that time after 2 or 3 years that was broken. So then again challenge was there. And that again and that was the before my national event. So I borrow one bow from someone and I stayed in the national tournament and before one day and then I showed and I won gold medal. So that is every day when I know and when you're confident, so you can do everything. So this is the thing we learn from sports and every day and now also when I teach youngster and everything that every day we teach them that you challenge every day for the I can do this one, I can overcome this problem and then you get something. Otherwise every time when you think I cannot do anything and I have this problem, you excuse every time so you cannot achieve. So you are only practice and when you go for the tournament and you fail. So this is the thing we learn from sports and every sportsman because we every day we take it for a challenge. That's why we some stage we reach.
Very, very inspiring words indeed. Thank you, ma'am, for your time.
Risha, my question to you was, what was the most difficult chapter for you to write in the book?
I think the answer is easy, but the chapter was a little difficult. That was Mithali Raj, because of course, growing up, she was an absolute inspiration. And there are so many things. The thing is, you want to write an entire chapter in a particular number of words. But there's so much to write about her, so many contributions over the past, 2 decades. And then now with the, World Cup win, something that she set her, path on. So I think there was a lot to write. It took a lot of time. In fact, I had kept it for the last bit, and that took me almost 3 days to write.
So what I would like to ask you is that there are a lot of young authors who aspire to write a book about sports. So what is your advice to them?
I think start slow, but start from today itself, maybe take 5 words in a day and try to write something. Maybe you're watching a match or, for example, a player has inspired you. Just write, and write every single day. Take half an hour out, 10 minutes out. Start out with 10 minutes and read. That's the other part. I have seen my vocabulary improve. With that, the writing improve. So read and write is the easiest solution.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Now, what really inspired you to write this book?
There are a lot of things, but having covered para sports for long, I have written most of the para sports journeys, stories in this book. I think para sports is one such domain that I really want to document much more. So that was the inspiration. I love for para sports and urge to contribute more to this spectrum of sports for other sporting system, I would say, because parasport is still such a domain that needs much more attention.
Thank you so much. Is there any message that you would like to convey to the readers of the book?
Oh, that's a tough one because I was prepared to answer what inspired me to write the book. But of course, I was going to talk about my inspirations. All this while, my life has been surrounded by sports. I've played a lot of sports growing up, and it's not just about cricket. And this book is, something that we've written from the perspective of not only able-bodied but also para sports and men's and women's sports equally. The only message that I would like to give the readers is read every word because we put a lot of thought into it. We put all of our passion, all of our feelings into it. Every single time that we were writing a sentence, we were feeling inspired as well. And these are all stories that are that resonate with everyone. From the remotest corners of the country to the world stage, to Olympic medals, to cricket World Cups. So it can happen. If it can happen for them, it can happen for you. I hope you read the book and get inspired.
That's lovely. Thank you so much.